Hey guys, it's Adam. I hope you're doing lovely. Welcome back to Do You Watch Anime? It's a show where I sit down with a guest every week and ask them, Do you watch anime? And we go from there. And today joining me is voice actor and cosplayer, as voices in such anime as Too Many Losing Heroines and True Beauty. Maganda Marie, how are you today?
Hi, I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, good. So, do you watch anime?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I do. Like after I was like, okay, episode over. She
Yeah,
doesn't.
thank you so much.
Nah, I do. I love anime.
So how did you originally get into anime?
So, with people like myself, I am the youngest sibling, so it always comes from your older siblings.
Mhm.
Um, Unfortunately, I think the very first one is my sister. She's so sweet, she's kind, the most amazing person in the world. She showed me My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh,
Perfect intro, like, to anime in general.
yeah.
Just heartwarming, sweet, very lively. And then my brother turns around and goes, "You want to watch Akira?" And I'm like, so that was my intro to anime.
Oh my god. There's two polar opposites.
I know.
Um I watched Akira growing up as well. But I didn't realize, I guess maybe I blocked it out how traumatic it is until I was an adult and I was like, how did I watch this and I was okay?
Why was I allowed to watch this?
Literally.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. So from Akira, where where did you go from there?
So back then, there wasn't a lot of animes being streamed to American televisions.
Mhm.
So, of course, Pokemon was around the time when I was like 6 or 7. So I started watching Pokemon, just an easy little taste. And then it moved into Neon Genesis Evangelion again, complete opposite side.
Complete, yeah.
I was getting the full experience of like whatever anime I could possibly get my little hands on.
Mhm. Oh my god. It's like pure happiness and pure depression. It's like
Yeah, yeah. Perfect for a growing child. We gotta know
exactly.
both of them.
Exactly. Oh my god. So, I always ask this when Pokemon comes up. If you could voice any Pokemon in the thousands of Pokemon that there are, which one would you love to voice?
Garbodor.
That's a
I
good
wanna be
one.
garbage.
Okay, valid, valid. Yeah, there's we're watching through the last like 12 episodes
Mhm.
of the main story right now, and every episode we're just crying. Um
Oh.
because it's just like so like you see all of Ash's Pokemon come back like in different teams, and I'm like, oh my god, I missed you.
Oh,
Oh my god, it's so good.
it's
So
heartwarming.
it is. It really is. So what are some of your favorite anime?
Oh, for sure. This is gonna may sound really bad, but, I grew up on the first Fullmetal Alchemist, just
Okay.
Fullmetal
Oh,
Alchemist.
wow.
So,
Okay.
I do like it, but I didn't understand why people hated it until finally Brotherhood came out, and then one of my friends was like, "Oh, Brotherhood, blah, blah, blah," and I was like, "Yeah, I watched Fullmetal Alchemist," and they're like, "But that's not Brotherhood." So then I had to watch Brotherhood. I
Yeah.
honestly love both of them. I
Mhm.
mean, the first one, they tried their hardest with what they had, and they did pretty good. But I
Mhm.
do love both of them. I love Fullmetal Alchemist so much.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I think the second anime that my roommate in college showed me to get me back into anime. Um and I was like, "Oh, this is perfection." Cuz he started me off on Your Lie in April, and I was like, "This
Mhm.
is again, depression, still depression, but better
Slightly
depression."
action-packed
Yeah,
depression.
exactly, exactly. Shonen depression. Um
That should be its own genre.
Yeah, yeah. Shonen depression is like Jujutsu Kaisen, Full
Mhm.
Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yeah. Yeah, what are some of your other favorites?
Death Note, for sure. I
Hell
remember
yeah.
going through high school, me and my friend were obsessed with Death Note. That was a good one. And then
Mhm.
there's a really obscure one. I don't know if anyone you've had on your show probably would have said this. Um, I was randomly going through my library, which does have DVDs for rental, or not rental, whatever libraries do.
Yeah.
Um, and I checked out this random anime that I found, and it was called The 12 Kingdoms. Now, it
That
started
sounds
out
familiar. I don't.
it started out as a book series. I own all
Mhm.
the books, even the newer ones that are in Japanese,
Oh wow.
because the English printing stopped. But it started out as an actual novel. It is technically an isekai. And the animation technically is the first 3 books, I think. So the anime had the first 3 books animated. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was well done. It was voiced. Everything about it was the isekai I've always wanted. Like, it's not easy mode. It's not, I'm in a video game and I'm leveling up. No, she goes into this world. She's abandoned literally the moment she gets there. And now she has to fight her way, just destroying monsters as much as she could. And she's getting buffer and stronger as she's going. Oh, I love that. And then, yeah, I don't want to spoil it. For anyone who wants to watch it or
Mhm.
read it, The 12 Kingdoms is an amazing series.
Hell yeah. Your library had that?
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know why.
Oh my
They didn't have
god.
the books. They just had the DVDs.
Yeah, damn. Okay. Cuz I've had a bunch of people on here that are like, "Yeah, I read I think it was like Death Note in the
Mhm,
library," and I was like,
mhm.
"God damn." I was like, "My Canadian small town sucks." Like
I will say my library had some manga that should not have been in that library. Woo!
just a Oh my god. Yeah, you're a child growing up now and you're like, "Ooh, what's this rent a girlfriend at the library?" Um
Sorry.
No, as I have a rent a girlfriend good lord, rent a girlfriend shrine, unfortunately. Um
Unfortunately.
oh yeah. Uh yeah, yeah, isekai is so it's hit or miss for me because there's some that I absolutely love and there's some that I'm like
I don't like it if it's too easy, you know?
yeah, yeah, totally, like give me ReZero, yes, give me
Mhm.
that again, trauma. um
We love
we
trauma.
love trauma. um but if I watch like another leveling up isekai, I'm like, okay, where's the hook?
Mhm. I did recently watch the spider isekai, like, "So
Oh
what,
yeah,
I'm a spider." Like,
yeah, yeah.
I thought that one did it pretty good because she really was struggling,
Hmm.
and I just love the idea that she had to keep eating her way to the top.
Yeah, I heard that one's very good actually. I was
It's
like,
really good.
yeah,
I'm
I
just
was like,
sad they won't make another season.
I know. It's like the vending machine isekai.
Oh, I
Uh
still need to see that one.
yeah, it's so good. Um cuz I was like, this is going to be ridiculous, and I was like on episode 3 and I was like, this is the best thing ever.
This might be ridiculous, but it's the best ridiculous.
Exactly, exactly.
I'm gonna put
So
that on my list now, I gotta watch
yeah.
that.
So when choosing an anime, are there like certain things that have to it has to hit, or are you just like, I'll watch anything?
Sometimes it depends on my mood. So, like, sometimes I'm in a very nostalgic mood, so I'll be like, I wanna watch something from my past, so I'll pick, like, Trigun, I'll pick Ouran High School Host Club, again, 2 totally different sides of the coin.
Yep.
But then I'll be like, I wanna watch something new, and sometimes I'll pick stuff that, is hot right now because I gotta
Mhm.
catch up. I'm a little behind on some things, um, but then other times I need to watch ones that are only dubbed because
Mhm.
I'm trying to work on cosplay at the same time.
Yep.
So, it's basically just how I feel. I will watch pretty much anything.
Mhm.
I'm a little unsure about like full on romances though. Unless
Okay.
the romance is like funny or dramatic,
Mhm.
I'm just not one for like romance.
Yeah, I get that. So speaking of cosplay, how did you get into cosplay?
Well, a long time ago, back when I was 17 or 18,
Mhm.
I technically was dating someone who dressed as a stormtrooper. So
As
so
you
I
do.
ran I ran with the Star Wars crowd for a while because every single state in America has a has their own like group of
Yep.
people. Well, in Texas we have multiple because we're huge.
Of course.
But anyways, so I got to know a lot of people, people who sewed really well, people who made the armor pieces, et cetera, et cetera.
Hmm.
And I got to experience conventions for the first time.
Yep.
And my very first costume ever was a hand sculpted slave Leia outfit.
Okay.
Yeah. But I made it like it was weird. I had like binder rings as the chains and stuff. Like I did it
Wow.
all by hand.
Okay.
Um, but like the feeling of people being like, "Whoa, that's awesome! Take
Hmm.
pictures with me" and stuff like that. I'm like, that was a great feeling. And then I went to a convention that like they were talking about sexism in films and stuff, and one of my friends was up there and she was like, "Yeah, especially like the slave Leia outfit." And then I just kind of like went out of the panel. I was like
Yep.
zoomed out. And then I started making like costumes that I would prefer.
Hmm.
That's not exactly Star Wars. I did make an Ahsoka Tano at one point, but I
Hmm.
started with Korra from The Legend of Korra
So good.
because I already had the hair and
Yeah.
my ponytail and
Hmm.
um and then I did Ruby from RWBY Ruby, and that was the first time I ever made a giant prop, and nobody else had the prop that big because they weren't selling them back then. So I was getting a lot of attention and I liked it.
Hmm.
So ever since then, I've just been crafting bigger and better whatever I can possibly do and get my hands on.
I love that. I love that. I also cosplay. It's where most of my uh listener base is from. So I I feel you on the making the props bigger and better.
Yeah.
Because I have like literally like friends who are insane and they're like, "Oh, look at this sword I made with
Look what I just made.
LEDs." Yeah, literally. I'm like, "What the hell?" And like, "Oh, I just made this last night and it's just like this massive like sword." And I'm like, and I'm just like, I like to buy because I can't sew or, you know,
Which in the cosplay community,
yeah,
I know there's discourse about that. As long as you're cosplaying the character you love and you love doing it, it's still cosplay. Just
exactly.
saying.
Exactly. I completely agree. Um, yeah, I when so my partner got me into it because she got into it before me, and
That's how it
we
happens.
exactly. It's literally
It's a
she
disease.
yeah. She was like, "I'm going to make a cosplay page." I was like, "Cool. Cool. That's cool." And then she started to make friends, and then we're big wrestling fans, so we organized a wrestling shoot for like our cosplays like in a wrestling ring, and I was like, ugh, I guess I'll dress up. And then like the day was like so much fun, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh no. I've caught it, I've caught the bug, haven't I? And then the rest is history. I'm just like, oh cool, this like literally I'm like, cool, my favorite anime characters, I'm just gonna cosplay them. um
And you can't help it too when you see a new show and like you see that one character go on screen and you're like, "Mm,
mhm.
I must."
Yeah, yeah. I we watched the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie
Mm.
the first time, and Yuta was on screen, and I was like, I love you. Oh no.
Start screenshotting, taking
Yeah,
pictures,
yeah,
every angle possible.
yep. And then I was like, oh, he comes up in the manga more. I'm gonna read the manga, and I was like, oh, his hair changes. Oh no. I like it better with the second hair. Oh dear lord, this is how it starts.
You're gonna have to have
Yeah,
a whole closet dedicated to one
yeah,
character.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then I got so Deku is my favorite character.
Aw.
Um, yeah, and I got his cosplay, and now the upgrades have to happen because no offense to cosplay companies, sometimes not the best. So I'm like, I need a new like uh face mask. I need this. And I was like, oh dear Lord, debt.
I mean, sometimes when if you're learning how to craft something, and you're very new to like foam crafting and you buy the costume and it has the piece, it's just kind of floppy because they use like that fabric material.
Yeah.
You could technically use that piece as a pattern to make your foam version
True.
because it's already there. You just gotta transfer it over to foam and glue it all together and paint it.
That's very true. That's very true.
I buy costumes sometimes, and then I
Yeah.
just whatever I don't like about it, I'll just remake it.
Yeah. Yeah. My partner does the same thing. And so what is it about cosplay that you love?
I would say it depends on the character. So,
Mhm.
like, sometimes I just love being or feeling beautiful. The
Mhm.
only time I really wear makeup is special occasions and cosplay. 'Cause makeup's too expensive.
Yep.
So, when I do finally put on, like, makeup and you go the full, like, shablo, wah, like, big eyelashes, crazy colors, contacts, everything,
Mhm.
you just feel gorgeous.
Mhm.
And then sometimes with my newer love for horror cosplay, I just like scaring people. It's
Oh
just
my god.
fun being another character, being
Mhm.
something not you,
Yeah.
just for a day or
Oh
2.
yeah, totally. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I have friends who have do the horror makeup now, and I'm like, it's another where I'm like, how how like
I, my horror cosplay luckily, I have a mask on because
mhm.
I don't know if you've seen it. I can send you a photo so you can, like, insert into a video. Um, I cosplay as Power in her Blood Devil form, which is technically spoilers because it's not in the anime yet.
Yeah. I was like, oh goddamn.
It's in the manga.
Yeah.
But she basically has an exposed, like, organs, rib cage
Hmm.
busting out, forearms, a big angular head. So I go gremlin mode when I'm wearing
Oh
it. I
hell
won't
yeah.
lie. And
Yeah.
kids, when they see me, they're like, "I love it."
Yeah.
Trauma.
Yeah, trauma. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite things to do with cosplay is kind of be in character. Um I one of my first cosplays was Peter B. Parker from the Spider-Verse movies. And so I got to eat and be in cosplay all day.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, I literally would carry around chips. Like there was one time I literally carried around a Burger King burger. Like I was eating it and all my friends were like, You're just doing this so you can eat and walk, can't you?" And I was like, "Yeah."
It's nice to have a character that you can just relax in too.
Oh yeah. Like most of my characters I'm just like eh, it's just gonna be easy. Like I do I do Ned Flanders as well.
Wait, sexy Ned Flanders?
Regular Ned Flanders, sexy Ned Flanders has been suggested, and I'm like, dear God,
That would be a good April Fool's joke
it
though, just
would,
saying.
it would. So it's just literally me in a sweater, and I just have to shave my beard into a mustache, and there you go. And I'm like,
Howdy doodly diddly there,
yeah,
neighbor.
exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God. Um, yeah. I God, cosplay is so fun because
It is.
I have friends in like who do competitions and everything and they're like serious at it. And then there's me making a complete fool of myself. Which is great because we'll
It's
do like
fun.
yeah, we'll do group shoots and stuff with photographers and stuff. And basically one of my friends is like, okay, we got to come up with a goofy pose for you because that's all you do. And I'm like, hell yeah. And then like all my other friends are like, like doing like model poses and like of course the hand.
Mhm.
And I'm just like I I cosplayed Bennett from Genshin Impact and Yeah, and so he's a little unlucky. So
Mhm.
there was a bed kind of where we were shooting, and so I would like at first I would be like, "Oh, nice and cute," and then the next shot would be me falling off the bed, or like having a light fall
Oh,
on top of me, or like have me cut with like my hand with my sword.
poor Bennett.
Yeah, poor Bennett. God.
Hi, I'm Steve Yurko.
And I'm Tara Sands. Now available from Maji Media is our new podcast, 4Kids Flashback. 4Kids is the company who brought you the English dub of Pokemon in the late 90s and so many other shows like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Shaman King, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kirby, the infamous One Piece dub, and so many more.
We'll be talking to the people who worked at 4Kids. Actors, directors, writers, editors, producers, engineers, you get the point. And hopefully get the answers to questions both you and I have about the company.
I actually worked there as a voice actor on some of the shows.
And I was a kid watching the shows and remember way more than Tara does.
And thank God for that. Steve is actually a professional storyboard artist, which gives some really unique insights into anime and animation. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts. That's the number 4 Kids Flashback.
Hey guys, welcome to the Patreon shoutout portion of today's episode. And today we have two types of shoutouts, which are monthly shoutouts and our weekly shoutouts. So if you want to subscribe to the Patreon, you get exclusive access to behind the scenes stuff, Patreon exclusive videos, and the episode a whole day early. So yeah, let's get into the monthly shoutouts. Shout out to Jeremy and Ellie. Thank you guys so much. And now the weekly shoutout. Thank you to Buff Boy, Brooke, Blythe, Bunny, Geo, Keith, and Mikey. Thank you guys so much for all your support. If you want to support, link will be down in the description. And yeah, back to the episode. So moving on to voice acting. You are in two of my favorite shows this year. Yeah. Yep. Starting off with True Beauty. You play Sujin, and how how is it being a mean girl? Because holy hell.
okay, hear me out. Okay.
Yeah.
The first time, so the first time I go in the booth, technically the first episode Sujin's in, she just goes like, Sui? That's it. So I was like, oh, she's beautiful. I love her. She's so sweet. She's obviously going to be the third person. I've never seen the webtoon before.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time we go into the booth, like that's when I have that scene where I'm like, hi. And then internally I'm like, wow, she wears so much makeup. Like, and I did the line and I looked over at the director and I'm like, was that too mean? And she's like, no, that's perfect. You're natural. And I'm like, oh no. I am a normal, natural, mean person. So,
oh my god.
I guess I got to really experience what it's like to be like flat out mean. Because, most time in your head when you're driving and someone cuts you off, you're like, I get to do that outwardly. It gets a lot of the rage out.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my god. Yeah, there was parts where I was like, "Girl, shut the fuck up." Like respectfully.
There was scenes where I would look at the director and be like, "How could she do this?"
Yes, exactly.
That's illegal.
So, as an actor, how do you approach that kind of meanness? Because there is sometimes she is just ruthless.
So if someone has never ever had a mean bone in their body, it might be a little hard for someone to get into that character.
Yeah.
I will not lie to you. I've had those thoughts of things I want to say at 3 a.m. I wake up and go, I should have said that. So it was just, if you're not getting to be a mean person in real life, but you know what they're like. You've seen so many dramas and shows, you just know. And then you just let it go and let it be one with you. I I know that doesn't really make sense at all, but it just, I don't know, it came out of me naturally.
No, it's all good. Yeah, and then there's the episode where we kind of see her kind of backstory.
Yeah.
And at first, I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna feel sorry for her, right? I'm gonna feel this is the show's way of making me feel remorse for feeling these feelings, right?" And then she just gets worse. So, how how more of a serious note, how was kind of approaching her home life, because that little it was a small scene, but it's still very impactful. How was that?
So I had some discussions with the director because I've never seen the webtoon, but my director and engineer had. So as with the show is progressing, they're like, "That's kind of strange. Like some of this stuff has been reorganized, rearranged." So apparently, it's way different from the webtoon.
Mhm.
In the webtoon, like she has a full arc, and like you get to experience her character growth and stuff. I don't think they had the time for that in the anime.
Yeah.
So they touched with that one scene, but I still have to be the bad guy. I can't
Yeah.
just suddenly be nice now.
Mhm.
But that one scene, um, it'll get a little dark. I mean, if you've been in situations where you just want to shut down, but you just can't. You can't. You have something you need to fight for, but it's just that dark moment and there's someone screaming at you from the other side of the door. This is where, as an actor, if you have the experience in your
Mhm.
past, it helps. It sucks, but it does help. So that scene was a very emotional scene for me. But I will say the person who voiced my mom, I gotta remember who it was.
Mhm.
But when I saw the anime back, because I recorded before they did,
Okay.
so I didn't get to hear them when I was recording.
Mhm.
But when I watched the episode, I was like, "They're so good, Mom. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
But it was a really touching scene for emotions. It
Mhm.
was a lot of high emotions, and I'm glad that I got to showcase that
Mhm.
because I haven't gotten to do a lot of stuff in anime yet that's more
Mhm.
emotional and dramatic. So
Mhm.
I'm really glad I got to do that.
Yeah, and it was that whole scene was like I literally was like, okay, I'm starting to feel remorse for her, right? And then she again keeps getting worse. Um
You felt bad for me? Sorry.
yep. Yeah, there's a few anime, like, cuz I'm huge into romance anime and slice of life, um that I can't stand. And she is one of them. Um, and it's also speaks to your acting ability, that she is just the most horrible. Because if it wasn't well acted, it wouldn't have conveyed that kind of emotion.
Yeah.
Because there's only been a few other antagonists in anime that I've been like, I just want you to stop. Just
Stop breathing. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, I just want you to stop being a person. Stop being so mean. Like her Akito from Fruits Basket was one of
Yes.
them, and until we knew about Akito's backstory. But every week, because we watched it weekly, I was like, this bitch. Yeah, literally.
Slaps.
You're coming for my child. Do not. Oh god, yeah, it was so good. Moving on to something more comedic, too many losing heroines.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness. You play Seo, the nurse?
Yes.
Nurse?
School nurse.
School nurse, who has honestly some of the funniest lines in the show. What were some of kind of your favorite lines that you were like, okay, I have to
So definitely the first time I ever recorded for her.
Yeah.
There's that scene where she just like, and have fun, like she's doing the little dance and stuff, and I'm like, why is she so cute but she's so dirty? And then one of I think it might have been the last episode, there was the scene where she's giving the tickets to the zoo and she just like, maybe give her some meat, and like it's showing like all the boobage, the buttage, and I'm just like, why is she technically a teacher?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, gosh, it was so much fun.
Yeah, there was one line that we had to rewind and be like, what did she just say? It was the what the other teacher's name that's escaping me.
Was it when we were in the classroom during the festival and she's
Yeah.
talking to me about a boyfriend, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't wait to meet him and maybe I'll do him, and she's like, you will not do such a thing.
Yeah, we're like, did she just say ride him? Like, what the? I can't wait to ride him. I mean, meet him. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's so funny just because when it was written in the script,
Yeah.
it was like I'm supposed to stumble on my words, but instead of doing that, I went like, and ride. I mean, like,
Oh.
I did that instead, and they're like, we love that. We love that. Because she totally didn't mean to stumble. She meant what
Totally.
she meant.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I love her so much.
Oh, so do I. Because she's so ridiculous.
How is she an adult in that show?
Literally. Because I was about to say, like, how is it being one of the only adults in the show? Because everyone else is a teenager or a mess, but she's also kind of a mess.
Oh yeah, she's
a
mess.
Yeah.
She's a mess. We just don't know fully how much of a mess in the anime. I haven't read the manga because I want to keep it fresh for myself if I do go back to like record more and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we got like little snippets of who she is. Like you saw the journal with her making like all the romance. I want to know, why is she why? And the listening devices everywhere. Why are you so obsessed?
Yeah. I'm just like, please stop. And there was one scene where it's what's the main character's name? Dang it, it's really escaping me.
It's been a while, so I forgot all of them.
all good. But it's the two characters, and he's like, hold on, that she's watching.
Yep.
And she's just like there. She's like with the video camera. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And the funny thing is so I watch episodes before I record them just so I can hear what the Japanese is doing and whatnot.
Yeah.
And at the very end of that, there's someone goes, oops. I thought that was my character. So when I went into the booth, I was like, I cannot wait to just be like, oops. But it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was so looking forward to that.
That would have been really funny. Just oh my God. There's so many times in the show where I was like, she should be fired like yesterday.
No, someone loves her.
Oh my God. So how did you originally get into acting?
So I'm terrified of on-stage performances. So I never considered myself an actor and whatnot, like all throughout high school, because I was like, stage? No, thank you.
Yeah.
But I had, you have to do those things in class where like everyone has to read a chapter out loud.
Yeah.
I actually liked it. I liked doing it. And some of the classes, they were like, Maganda, you can just read all of our chapters if you want. I'm like, okay. And people would be like, hey, you should be a voice actor. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. I want to be an artist. So I tried going to art school, but then I realized how little they get paid. So then instead, I had a whole different career that my dad told me to go to. It's blue collar. I worked on boats. And then once I graduated, it was around 2013. I had my Blue Yeti microphone,
Hell
a blanket over a table,
Yep.
a laptop, and I started doing small projects online. And I was like, wow, voice acting is a thing. And one of the first roles I ever got was the lead in like a comic dub. And I was like, I might be good at this because everyone else in the comic was really good. So I got excited, but because of where I was at in life, I couldn't afford a booth. I couldn't afford a better microphone. So I just kept doing it for friends for free, like small projects here and there until 2021 when I had to leave my career and move to Texas where, remember, I worked on boats. There's no boats in Dallas. So then I realized when I was Google mapping, I was like, Crunchyroll's in Dallas. It's like I could actually become a voice actor. So I spent what money I had and got better microphones, built a booth. I invested in demos, classes, lessons. I met so many good people. And once you have all those classes under your belt and you are confident, you have your demo, I sent that into Crunchy. And then they were like, hey, we like you. And so I got in. I got in last May, I think. So I've only been in for a few months, but it feels nice.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so interesting because usually, like, I've interviewed a lot of voice actors, and I the usual kind of story is, oh, I was into theater, and then I found
opposite
here. I was like, damn, okay.
I like slowly polished my craft for like 8 years before I finally was like, oh, I could actually do this.
Yeah.
But still, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Yeah, I'm not here. Which is so funny because, cosplay online, like,
But that's different. I'm someone else.
It's true.
I'm not me.
You're right. You're not wrong, honestly. That's valid. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. So so what advice do you have for voice actors wanting to get into like anime or video games or like just doing it?
I'd say those small projects, they definitely helped me. Yeah, some people, they want to go in and get the big potatoes, but sometimes having a little tater tots is pretty nice because one, it's great practice. It teaches you like a roundabout of characters that you can get from those small projects. So now you're understanding what characters you can do. You're understanding the limits of your voice, and you're making friends as you go. And those friends can help you along as well. Because in my voice acting community, they are my strongest supporters, and it's really nice. So that's just practice. Practice is really important. 2, remember, voice acting is still acting. So acting comes first. Those lessons that I took, very, very important. Definitely do your research on whatever lessons you want before you take them. I did online classes over Zoom that basically taught me a roundabout form of voice acting, like commercial, animation. Basically, they set you straight. It was a very baseline, and then you go into the more in-depth ones. Those ones cost a lot more, but they're worth it. But bottom line is you need to make sure your acting is tip top. And then that's when you start gathering the professional stuff, like the demo, once you feel like you're ready, and putting it out there into the world, which I did. And that's when you realize you can get into bigger things.
Yeah, I love that. So
small potatoes.
Yeah. I was like, okay, we're going to the potatoes analogy. I was like, that's just adorable. I was like,
I might be hungry. I'm not sure.
So how, from getting some more anime roles under your belt, how has your relationship with anime changed over time through starting as a fan with Akira to now? Like, how has your relationship changed?
Now that I see the behind the scenes, I definitely have a lot more appreciation for how much work goes into dubbing an anime. So like I've been on animation projects where I get to just act my heart out because they're going to animate around me.
Yeah.
Which that's what they do in Japan, basically. Well, at least I think they do. I don't know. But anyways, it seems like they get to act their heart out, and then we get the scene and we have to fit the same idea of words, but in such a small little space.
Mm-hmm.
To see, first off, the directors, absolutely amazing people. They know exactly what kind of pitches, tones, emotions that we need to hit. They are so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the engineers, they're magical. Like, I'll be in the booth, and let's say my line is something like, "Hey, stop that," So I'll be like, beep, beep, beep. "Hey, stop that." And then they're over there going, and then it's done. I can watch the anime with my voice in it like
That's
3 seconds
crazy.
later. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, the practice to be able to do that is
Mhm.
crazy. So, bottom line is, when I'm watching an anime now, especially if my friends' voices are in it, I'm seeing lip flap timings. I'm seeing like these people's voices and how articulate they are and how emotional they are. I'm not just watching now, I'm analyzing, which is crazy because when you get to that point, it's more like it's super helpful for you and your career because you're not just watching anymore, you're learning.
Mhm. Yeah, it's true. I've kind of gone through the same thing where I now watch anime that my friends are in, and and or I don't know that they're in it, and I'm like, oh, there's Ben, there's Ryan, there's Rebecca, like Jesus.
Do you ever just kind of like stop and go, that's Ben, that's
Yep.
Ben.
Yep. Yeah. There was he did I swear he did additional voices on True Beauty, and like there was just one little thing that I was like, rewind right now. Like oh my god. I
Then
was like,
send a quick message, all caps. Were you in this?
yeah. The funniest thing is when he got Nina, that's
And the Starry Bride?
yes, Nina and the Starry Bride. I watched episode 1 and like I tweeted about it, and like he immediately messaged me. He's like, "So you liked it?"
Oh,
I was like, "Bro." Yeah, I was like, "Bro, I would not like say I liked it if I didn't like it."
You're not paying me to say
Yeah,
I like it.
literally. I'm like, yes. Oh god.
Oh. It is
Yeah.
true though. That
Yeah.
feeling of like, you like me? You
Mhm.
really like me?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god. So what are some of your favorite anime to come out in the past couple years?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Spy X Family.
Hell
For
yeah.
sure. For sure. It tickles that slice of life, that the intrigue, the spyness,
Mhm.
the action. Is my cat eating my plant? Stop. And and just the double-sidedness. Like, nobody knows who they really are, but they're all together. I love that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um I'm trying to think. Oh, the Dan Dan Dan.
Oh, Dan, yeah. Don or whatever. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Undead Unluck,
Hell yeah.
because I'm actually way far ahead in the manga, so the
Okay.
animes, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Um, ooh, definitely McKean. That was a smash hit.
Okay.
Like, that was a slice of life that I was like, I'm not really into romance, but there was something about it that was just so beautiful and perfect. And that one still, I'm like, how am I even in this show?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then the final of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Finally, that was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
In all honesty, that was a
Mhm.
masterpiece.
Yeah.
So that one will always be in my mind.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll still, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of fell off of Attack on Titan when it like they started like sporadically coming out.
Mhm.
Because I had already read the manga. I knew what happened, so I know. And so the final like couple parts came out dubbed, and I was like, okay, I can sit down and watch. And I was like, damn. Just damn. Damn. Because I was like, you know, I was iffy on the animation because the
Mhm.
change from Wit to Mappa.
Yeah.
And I was just like, still, I was like, damn, that's so good. I was like, I can't hate on it.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, why am I crying? I know what happens.
Who opened the onions?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god. I forgot what I was gonna say. It literally just went
We were talking about top animes of the
yeah.
year so far for us.
Yeah.
Did you have one?
Yeah.
As I try to wiggle my eyebrows.
Yeah. Uh, I obviously Dawn to Dawn has
Mhm.
been fantastic, and like, oh my, every we watch it every Thursday. It doesn't like we don't wait. We just
You can't wait.
we can't wait. Yeah. Ranma half this
Oh,
season.
yes. I need to see that. I haven't seen the new one. I watched the old one when I was younger.
Mhm.
I need to see the remake.
It's so beautifully animated and like it's so good. Every episode I say at the end, I'm like, that was just goddamn adorable. Like,
No.
oh,
I'll
it's
watch that
so
one
good.
tonight.
Yeah, it's so
As I
good.
write my list of animes to watch now.
Yeah.
I have vending machine on there now.
Yeah, hell yeah. Spread the good word of vending machine anime.
That would be a good cosplay.
Yeah, I saw one at New York Comic Con.
Like, it works? You could put money in it and
Oh, you
everything?
can put money in it. But
Oh,
they were
but
walking
that's free
around like,
money.
I know. That would have been genius. Um but yeah, I was like, "Excuse me?" Uh, and like I was just waiting for my partner and our friend to finish the gotcha machines, and I was like, "Okay, there's too many people. I need to go off the side." And I'm sitting at the side, and like I look over, and I'm like I'm dressed as Zorro right now, and I'm like, "Why is there a vending machine beside me?" And then I look, and I was like, okay, maybe it's a like it looked really good. Like I thought it was like a part of like a booth, right? And I look down and I see feet, and I'm like, oh, there's someone
Oh,
in
it gives it
there.
away.
Yeah. I was like, oh, there's someone in there. And then they just waddled away, and I was like,
See, I would have built it on a square dolly
yeah,
and build a chair, like a bench in there, so that way when I'm tired, I just sit on it.
yeah, you just sit. Perfect. Oh my god, that'd be
Got my snacks in there.
yeah, exactly. You can actually sit at a con. So speaking of cons, what is your favorite part about conventions?
Well, besides the costuming,
Mm-hmm.
I do love looking around Artist Alley.
Yep.
Specifically, I don't know, there's just something about just seeing people's homemade, handcrafted art and things.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite things to buy, though, will always be, like, keychains. I have, like, keychain collections and stuff. Gachapons also, but those are Artist Alley, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean. And then clothing. I love buying clothing that are made from artists' prints and stuff. Those are
Mhm.
so cool. So
Yeah.
much fun. And then dancing. A lot of cons have dances and stuff like that. I do
Mhm.
love making dance versions of cosplay characters and
Mm-hmm.
taking those to dances. There's nothing funnier than seeing characters that should not be in a dance dancing. And then just hanging out with friends, really.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was in Seattle, one of my big things was my photographer friends. So speaking of that, by the way, I wanted to mention this earlier because you mentioned like they were trying to pose me. One of my favorite photographer friends back in Seattle came
Mhm.
up with this brilliant idea. He had a big foam D20
Okay.
and a list, and each number corresponded to a pose that you have to do. So if you
Ooh.
wanted a photo from him, you roll the dice. And some of those were from JoJo
Hell
or
yeah.
Joe's Bizarre Adventure,
Yep.
sorry. So there was a lot of people doing like the back-breaking pose.
Yeah. Oh my
So
god. I
it's a
love
great idea for anyone who is out there being a photographer and you want to make cosplayers do weird stuff.
yeah,
It's an idea.
that's genius. Oh my god. As soon as you said D20, I was like, oh, that's smart. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Very
and then when you
smart.
get mad, you can throw it at someone.
Exactly. Exactly. Um yeah, I because cons have started becoming a part of my job, They things have shifted in my likeness of them. But I will still always obviously go to Artist Alley because Jesus. Every time I'm like, I'm not gonna buy a print. I'm not gonna buy a print this time.
Why do I
And
feel like
then
that's a lie?
it is a lie. It's just trying to cope. It's cope. Yeah, I'm coping. And I think it was the last one. I think it was maybe not New York Comic Con, but Fan Expo Canada. I was like, I'm not gonna buy a print. I'm not gonna buy a print. And then my partner was like, there's a witch hat print, and I was like, well, I gotta get it. They don't make those a lot right now. I gotta. And then I get stickers, obviously.
hmm And stickers are cute. I don't know where to put them. That's why I like keychains because
Yeah.
I can move them.
Oh yeah, totally. I started buying stickers, and I was like, where am I gonna put them? And then I had the bookshelves for the manga and stuff, and I was like,
There we go.
there we go. Finally, give me an outlet to put all my stickers. Because I would find stickers of like random characters, sorry, that I love, and I was like, where else am I gonna find this? And I just here's my money. And yeah, and I get like free stickers from like buying prints and stuff, and like so I'm just like, I have so many stickers, where am I gonna put them? Because they're too pretty just to put them in a scrapbook or whatever.
Yeah. Though they do make those sticker scrapbooks, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I Artist Alley is so dangerous for me. Which is why I'm so happy I only looked a little bit in New York. Because again, dear God, like most of these are, I think all of these are from this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
my wallet.
yeah, literally. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, I think it was this summer. I said to myself, we don't have any prints, we don't have any wall space.
I still see some there.
Yeah,
some wall space. I see some white.
Yeah. And then I was walking with my cameraman, and I look up in Artist Alley, and I see this beautiful Apothecary Diaries print, and I was like, it's coming home.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Take my card.
Yep. Take my money. Here you go. Yeah. Oh my God, I love conventions. They're so much fun.
I love them too.
Yeah.
And they're just happening every single day. I wish I could just go to all of them.
I know. We went to a record like 15 this year. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I think this is the end of the season. So I think the last convention was like 3 weeks ago as of recording, and I'm like, I am so tired. Was it worth it? Yeah, but
I'm crossing my fingers all over the place because I hope sometime in the future, I really hope I get a role that, conventions will want me to guest for, because then I'd get my ticket comped.
Yep. Yep. As soon as I heard that media gets ticket comped, I'm like, let me just
I
apply.
might be media.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just apply. And then I was like, oh, cool. And I was like, now I got to make content. Oh God.
Oh no, now I'm media.
Yeah. Oh no, now I'm important somehow. But yeah, I said to my partner, I was like, we cannot do 15 again. That is too insane. Like, I think in the summer we had like one at least every other weekend, sorry. And it was insane.
That's a lot of travel.
That is a lot of travel.
I was expecting to be like, we can't do 15. 14 though.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, oh my God. Oh, it's insane. So I had another the question was right here, and I love
cosplay or anime.
It was anime. Oh, what out of any anime, whether it's out or not, or it's in a manga, what are some of your like you would love to voice in?
If they ever remake the 12 Kingdoms, I want to be in that. I would love to be the main character, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I can't put myself as the main character. That's very egotistical. But if they ever remake that anime, I want to be in it so bad. Because
Yeah.
here's the thing, the books are still celebrated in Japan. There's still love for the series and the show. Just remake it. Just with the animation we have now. It'll be beautiful with all the monsters.
Yeah.
The monsters are gorgeous.
Yeah? Ooh.
Oh yeah. The creature design, the artist for the books and stuff, amazing. The art is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm obsessed.
No.
They have literally a pop-up store right now in Tokyo and I can't go to it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Cool. Hell yeah. I mean, I was gonna say I wasn't expecting that, but from your rant about 12 Kingdoms, I should have expected that.
You should have expected
I should
that.
have.
I cosplay as her too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm obsessed with that
Yeah.
that anime.
Oh god. So yeah, oh my god. What are some anime that you're looking forward to in 2025?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now I have to suddenly remember what's coming out in 2025. There's that one, the girls love one that looks really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Me and my friend were looking at that and we're like, oh, we hope we get to audition for that because it would be really cute.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks very warm
Yeah.
in the heart, you know. I'm trying to remember what's coming out next year, but I've been so busy. I literally have a convention this weekend, so I've been super hardcore focusing on making a costume. And I just got done being sick, and then I was in the Philippines. Like, I've been really out of the loop.
Holy
so it's really hard for me to remember what's coming out next year.
Good.
Do you have any hints?
Now I have to think. Goodness.
Whose foot is in the shoe?
Yeah, literally. That's a good question. Let me see, because I'm prepping for the 1 year, like the year in review.
Oh, that's true.
Witch Hat is coming out.
It is?
Yeah, the Witch Hat is coming out next year, and I cannot wait. I just want it now. I love it.
Impatient.
With this series I am. Sakamoto Days is coming out.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah. My Happy Marriage season 2, please. Give it.
I think I've seen an image of that one, but I don't know anything about it. I'm guessing it's about a happy marriage.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, happy marriage that no trauma happens whatsoever.
Ever. No,
not at all.
There's no trauma.
No,
we love trauma.
Exactly. Yeah, this will be the name of the episode. We love trauma. The Summer Hikari Died looks fantastic.
Oh, I saw a little bit of that one. Like someone put chapter 1 of the manga and I read it and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
That one does look really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bought the first volume in New York and I haven't read it yet, but I saw the trailer the other day. I think it dropped, and whew, god damn.
So to answer your question, all of those you just said. Why does it feel like I just cheated on an exam?
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. So before we go, what advice do you have for cosplayers just starting?
There's nothing wrong with buying your costumes. Don't think you just have to learn how to do and make everything right off the get-go.
Yeah.
If you're still in school and your school has a home ec class, I highly suggest doing that because sewing is such an important thing to know for anybody. Because, like, for instance, you don't even have to be a cosplayer. You get a hole, like, in your sweatshirt or something. Now you know how to patch it so your clothes last longer. But if you want to pick up on some quick, like, skills that will help you grow as a cosplayer, sewing, watching foam tutorials, because foam is very versatile and lightweight. If you're doing anything with your wig or prop that goes in your head, keep it lightweight. You want to make sure You don't stress your scalp because that could cause early balding, and you don't want to stress your neck because that will cause neck and back issues. If you have a big costume or anything that causes you to be like hulked over or awkward shape, give yourself breaks because remember, that stuff can hurt your body in the long run. I'm giving this advice for your body in the future. Cosplay can sometimes be pain, and I want you guys to live a long, healthy cosplay life. Your skills will come as you grow as a cosplayer. Just make sure you're treating your body right the entire time you're growing.
It's like, hydrate, please.
Yes, and hydrate.
Yeah.
I forget that one too. That's why I have this.
Yeah, especially during conventions. Please hydrate. Yeah.
And sometimes you don't need 14 posters.
Yeah. You don't need 17 stickers of Amber from Genshin.
I just now imagine you have an Amber sticker closet. It's just Amber all up in there.
It's just Amber. It's just stickers, you know? I just grab one when I'm sad.
Thank you for making me feel better.
Yeah, thank you. I will keep running. God. It's funny when in reality it's my partner with the Amber Shrine.
You just borrow it occasionally.
I do. Yeah, she's just so happy that I just want to emulate that. God. So also I notice in the background you have Kiratori plush in the background.
That?
The little duck thing.
It has a name?
It has a name, yeah.
Wait, I didn't even know it had a name.
Oh, yeah.
Get over here. I still have the tag on this.
Oh, my God.
You can hear this ASMR.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, my God.
Wait. Saki sa guri. I can't read Japanese that well. It's been a long time since I've been in Japan.
Yeah.
These.
Oh, yeah.
The birds.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Aww. I won it when I was in Japan because my old job, I used to go to Japan all the time for work. I just thought it was a budgie and it was cute. And it came with like a little envelope.
Oh, it actually might just be a budgie.
You lie!
Oh, my God.
I'll put it back later.
Because there's
a liar.
Yeah. That's I just wanted because there's a show called Rilakuma, and he has a bear and a bird as his companions.
I do know that one.
Literally that plushie looks exactly like Kiratori, and I was like, "Hello," and I was like.
I always called it, I think it was Rito Kuma or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I was pronouncing it right when I was there.
Yeah. I don't even know if I pronounce things right half the time. So, yeah, oh, God. Yeah. Oh, God.
Are you making me destroy my set?
Yeah, you know what? That was the whole point. Thank you so no. Yeah.
My set is literally a cat tree and 2 plushies.
Yeah, I love. You know what? Yeah, if my cat gets up on this, I cry.
That's why the keychains are attached to the wall.
Yeah,
they can't fall down.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I could have so many figures.
Oh yeah.
Actually, all of my figures are up above.
Oh yeah.
I can even tilt that.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
I'm one day hoping I get an anime character that has an Nendoroid. That will be the day I will just cry and be like, I made it. I did it. I'm hoping Konoki will be that one because they're already making some of the girls from the show. So
yeah, come on, we need it.
Yeah, gimme.
Come on,
gimme.
We need it. Yeah,
I want to sign it and give it to myself. That's so egotistical.
Good job, me.
To my favorite fan, me.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Our entire apartment is filled with figures and manga, and It's so funny when people come over here for the first time. They're like, "Whoa, you have so much stuff," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm almost 30."
You're fine. You're
It's fine.
fine.
It's fine.
I'm 31.
Yeah. Yeah, my partner has like a shrine for Nobara.
How many
and
shrines do you guys got?
a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any Nobara figure that comes out, she's like, yoink. That's mine. So it looks very shrine like.
Love it. Love
Yep.
it.
Yep. And yeah, goodness. Thank you so much for being on.
Of course. It's been a blast.
course.
Basically, we've just been giggling this entire time.
Literally. So where can the lovely people find you?
Well, I am basically everywhere with just Maganda Marie. So, like, if you go on Twitter, it's Maganda Marie. I think it's just that. I should double check. Let me just. Yes, Maganda Marie VA. Oh, don't
Oh,
forget the VA.
there you go.
Same thing. Same thing with Twitch. Maganda Marie VA. Instagram is the one where it's Maganda, the little minus sign, and then Marie. Just that. That's Instagram. Blue Sky is Maganda Marie. Like my unknown noise that just comes out of my mouth. That one should be magandamarie.bluesky@social.
Yeah.
So that one's just Maganda Marie. But yeah, I think it's just those ones.
Okay.
But regardless, you just Google Maganda Marie, it'll come up eventually.
Yeah. Go follow down below. You can follow me
Mm.
at Corky Cosplays on Instagram, Adam Corky, everywhere else, and subscribe to the Patreon. You get the access to the episode a day early and so many BTS stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.